Hello everyone. Hello. Hopefully everyone is doing well and welcome back to our MineColonies fortress style. I have no idea what we last did on this. The only thing I can remember what happened was I accidentally left the game running whilst I went away and did something else, and half of our village ended up being slaughtered to mobs that spawned underneath these trees. So that was fun. We have had to get new citizens brought in to replace them, but I think we're kind of back up and running with stuff here. I think we now have Marine as a new builder for us. She has taken over the job of whatever the builder was here. Juliana, or something, whatever her name was. It's not important. And Anderson is still here. He's doing a job for us at the moment. Hi Plum, how you doing, pal? Let me just get things set back into motion then. There we are, and I'm in survival mode, that's okay. And we'll just take it from there, I think. Hello Challenge, how you doing? I'm doing not too bad at all. So, I have left it running in peaceful mode a little bit, just so that we do get some more citizens spawning in, which we have managed to replace some of the dead ones. Anderson has been set to deconstruct this barracks at the back because I just wasn't sure about it anymore. So this has freed up 3 half chunks, 1.5 chunks in total for other builds that we can put in instead. He's nearly done that, to be fair. Hi Zip, how you doing, man? Good news though. We have the hospital now finally up. So our 6 citizens will come over to this, and at least Cassidy, I think is the doctor here, will look after them. 2 beds in it, and I've got our easy villagers set up on top. So one of them's growing carrots and the other one's growing potatoes into the hopper, and it's just going to populate the racks inside of here. So I really don't need to worry about giving them any carrots or potatoes anytime soon. I'm trying to think of anything else that's maybe changed, which I really don't think there's been too much. Anderson now has a tier 3 builder's hut as well as Marine, so both our builders are at tier 3, meaning that we can construct all builds up to tier 3, I suppose. I worked out this stuff with the, what's this, Scythian warp blocks. So it's the Scythian fungus underneath, which these aren't going to grow. Let me see if I can grab one of those out. And these are like the warped fungus. The crimson fungus just grows the trees there. I thought these grew into bamboo type stems, but that's not the case. And it's with these guys inside a blast furnace that we can then melt that down. Or maybe I'm completely wrong about that. We melt down something like that to make the gold nuggets. Maybe it is the stocks. Maybe I've just planted down the wrong thing there. But I was able to get something to melt down into gold nuggets. So that could be a handy way for us to make gold for our piglin trading a bit later on. I'll just put that back there just now. I think I maybe grabbed out the wrong thing, but it's all good. We might make multiple of the same type of builds around the place because, yes, my plans for this are, at least for now, to make what we have here again in this area here, and then maybe one further one, at least of this size. Maybe not with all of the same builds, but at least this size there and there again, so it kind of goes in an L shape here. We might put in multiple builds, like multiple restaurants, hospitals, anything like that, to save our citizens having to do a lot of running about, travelling, essentially. We'll just keep expanding until we think we've got all the builds that we need, really. Yeah, the Witch Doctor doesn't look too bad. I don't think these models come with the Plague Mask anymore. Hi Livid, how you doing, pal? We will check. No, they do. They do. They come with the Plague outfit still. Well, I've been thinking about this actually. So, we are getting close to having this first circle. I suppose I know it's a square, but this first circle now pretty much complete. I think I've set a lot of the builds to be upgraded to at least tier 2. The town hall here is now at tier 2, by the way. This is finished off, which is looking not too bad. So we will upgrade that to tier 3 once we get our stone processing a bit more fluid for us, I think. Oh, which reminds me, we can construct, and I think someone already is, constructing our stone mason. Yep, Marine is doing the stone mason build for us. So that'll be good to get up. I think we need this to tier 3, then we unlock the research to get the stone smeltery, and that's cobblestone out, smelted into stone, then that stone taken just to this build here and turned into our stone bricks for us, and that's the battle then won, you know. Whenever we can start mass producing these guys there, we're absolutely onto a winner. I really don't mind making districts. Districts make all the sense to me. We could do almost, I mean, I suppose education is kind of happening around here. So the university, or the second university, has been set for construction already, and that'll come up. We have the school build here as well, and this university here, we will rip it down. I think this is a free half chunker. It might only be 2 actually. Might only be like a full chunk in total now that I see it. But we still need to put in a library. Which I'm not sure how big this is. I think that's maybe just a chunk big. Let me bring it over. Didn't get too much sleep. Sorry. Yeah, mine's been racing a little bit as well recently, just with everything that's happening. Best just to try keep your mind off as much as possible, which is always what we're trying to do here. Yeah, the library is a one chunk build. So what we could do is maybe just replace the university there. Yep, this build there with the library, and then we have the big university to the back. the school at the side and the library here. And it's almost like a miniature educational district just in this one little area here. That works for me. Although these are glass. Panes at the side. That's the front of it that you would come into. Let me turn chunks off. And it's got glass to either side, which one of them will face then right into the dark oak planks here, which might not be much of a view, and then to a courier's hut beside it. We will consider it then. It probably doesn't matter at all. One thing I have been considering whenever we are now going to start expanding out into this zone here is it's becoming night. I'll be fine. Hold on. Now just super wary in case mobs spawn in and kill people again, because that's taken a while to get them back up. So with this second circle that we're going to make here, how big in terms of chunks is this in total? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.5, maybe 9. Let's work on the half at the moment. So if I was to replicate what we have there, here, there's the half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just. Oh, just. We have given ourselves just enough room here. The half a chunk section, I'm not sure what to do here. So what we could do is, I think I've got a guards tower, hold on. I'm in creative mode, that doesn't actually matter. Right. Guard tower, okay. We will do the curved one, so that's Alt 1. Now, what I would love to do is have this railway system that we have going all the way around this one here. You know, we've got the railway tracks eventually going to go all the way through and around. I want the same here, so that this circle here has its own railway system around the edges of it. But do we then like put the builds to start this outer circle right up against the walls here, which would technically be inside of this half chunk? Or do we then bring these new builds over to start them afresh from a new chunk, like from there? So like that. If we were to do that, it makes more sense in terms of the chunks that we have here, but then we need to put something in this part instead. I have no qualms about putting this right up against it. That's probably the better option here. We could maybe fit in another half build there. Yeah, I don't think I would like to put much more in there because it would start encroaching on the gate. Or if we did move it to a new chunk by itself, would I then need to put in another gateway or something here? That's the only reason why I'm thinking it's maybe not a good idea to do what I'm wanting there. I don't know if that makes any sense, what I've just said there. I'm thinking maybe we just start the second wall pretty much from here up against the outer wall of this one. I think that's even the kind of right elevation for it. So that kind of goes along here. There'll be ones there. Yeah, that's pretty much where it would sit. So you would come through and yes, they could still access the railway system through here. Let's go ahead with it, right? I think it makes more sense to have it snug up against the wall that we already have, rather than making yet another wall with it. And I do think that is placed pretty perfect here. Yes, it is. So we will assign to a builder. And now that we have that place there, what I want to do is get down our forester. Not that we really need it, but I do want one of these up. At least it's only a half chunk build, which that might help us in the long term here, because then that clears this half chunk issue that I have. Cool, yep, that works there. So that would be a forester build. Let's do that. Yes, that was my thinking as well. That was my thinking too. That's why I was wondering if we should have left a space with yet another one of these gates pretty much behind it. Although it does then almost seem rather pointless having two gates back to back, you know. I'm going with that just now here anyway, just so that we can get a rough idea of what I'm thinking with this. I've not started the build process for these. We can easily pick them up and reposition them. I would like a house as well, because we're always going to need them. Whoops, where's the blueprint for that? Have you got porters at least lived? And that might be too big to fit here. Oh, I've just seen that's a lot of terracotta that goes as the floor there. Also honey blocks. I don't think we will get this build placed here, because I think that's going to interfere too much. Yeah, that doesn't work at all. So that's a full chunk build, and that isn't suitable there. Maybe this would be a good time to consider putting down a builder's hut then. That build there would be too big. I would go over the doorway there. Just a half chunk build here I think would be better. Let me go quickly make up a... In fact, I can do it here. Let's do another 2 builders, right? Because I do want more builders in. especially with the size these guys are going to get to. And these are only a half chunk anyway. Now, does that interfere? No, that's then giving enough clearance. We're definitely getting a little bit laggy here with previews again. Is that literally just really tight? Yes, it is. Kind of a weird bit to then get into that guards tower, but I suppose it really doesn't matter too much, does it? I think that works. I'm again going ahead with it. What I would put here as well for the forester would be as a tree farm. Let me again just make it become daytime. Decorations. I did see this earlier on. Where's it gone to? Is it something else? Infrastructure? Fields? Tree farm. Okay. So we would have a tree farm then for the forester. Now, is this a chunk build? Yes. Yes, it is. So I wouldn't put that there, but that's the idea. That's the general idea here, to maybe have something like that. We would maybe just continue the wall. It would need to be a chunk wall the way down there, and then maybe have this. Let's find out where half a chunk comes to. So that would maybe sit somewhere like that for the forester. Could work. Could do one there. Could maybe do a second one. We'll consider that. Putting that there. It all depends on what we could fit at the back there. Which I'm not just a fan of putting in wall segments for the sake of them. I would rather there be a building to take over that job, but might not be the case. What the hell's going on with that? Why is that so small? Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so maybe two at minimum, maybe 4 at most along here if we wanted in 2 different tree farms. I mean, we could always just have the tree farms out in the middle of the open here as well. That would affect maybe the builder's hut to the side. This is our quarry build, which will come up as well. I could move the builder's hut over to there instead if we deemed that would maybe be a better place for it. Because I'm thinking if we go back to this field for the tree farm, hopefully this will show the blueprints. Yep. I mean, it could kind of sit like that. That would be a bit in the way if we did, though. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. Sat there. Well, for certain, I know that I don't want this up against the wall. I really don't want something like that, because that like leaves us open to the side there. What I do want to put beside the lumberjack will be our carpentry items. So the sawmill, which is a chunk build, I want to go there, and maybe our Fletcher as well. So all of those builds are together too. So this little area down the bottom here is dedicated to all of our wood needs. We have this middle section here dedicated to all of our stone needs, and over here we will then have an area dedicated to all of our metal needs, pretty much all around the same area here. I don't mind the placement of that right beside it, truth be told. And that would sit like that. Yeah, okay. I think we might do that. I can make a sawmill just now. I think it's free wooden axes, yep. Let me make that up. Might need more planks. Nope, we are okay. So I'm going to put that there as well just now. Assigned to a builder. We won't be able to build it because we need the forester up to tier 3, or at least a couple of foresters up to tier 3. Do I do 2 foresters beside each other and move this builder's hut over towards the quarry and really keep all of that just to wood? Hopefully this will show the blueprint for that. Yes and no. Well, we've seen it sat nice and tight like the other one. Bring that down. Right, not convinced about the builder's hut being there at the moment, because I'm not sure how we get access to this quarry build because of all of the grass here. I am going to do the builders an absolute massive favour here just so that I can see. Let me get rid of all of the grass. I think it is as well, so I'd want to double check before committing to that. So this is going to be an absolute cheat and a half. Here's the first cheat of this stream. Won't be the last one. Might make that a bit lower again, actually. Right, show resources, and there's lava. Oh, hold on, lava? I'm not quite sure what changed there. First position. And second position. Thank you. So remove all of the dirt. Nearly 5,000 dirt we're about to remove here in one going, but you know, let's do it. And interesting. Hello, little creeper. Okay. I wonder if that's enough just to check this now. Right, we need to remove this little edge part here as well. Let me come to here. Grab that. Let's remove That, I don't know if grass blocks have a separate one there. Probably not. A lava tsunami. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Hi, Seller. Yeah, the scan tool is very, very powerful. I don't know if you guys remember the World Edit mod that there used to be. It's very similar to it. Hi, Jamber. How you doing, man? Right, there's the boundary. So I think you're right. I think that's on top of it, which wouldn't fit. Even if it is nice and flush there, I think whenever they constructed that, it would eat away at some of the parts of the wall there. Just to make sure that I've placed this in right anyway, I am just going to say assign to builder, and I'm going to grab a copy. Right, I'll come back and do that in a second. Let's go deal with this. Bloody inconvenience. Although you never ever give up an opportunity to get an ancient tome, because they're stupidly rare. Northeast. Where we were working actually. Well, hold on. Where are they coming from? What I'll do is I'll keep building here whilst I've got my train of thought, because it's too easy to lose that, and then we will go deal with them. Not sure if looting does affect it. It might do. Looting is a good enchant overall, so I would be surprised if it wouldn't. I did do a kind of mini test for, I think it was the Enchanters tutorial that I brought out, where I killed 100 raiders, and I think it was like 7 ancient tomes out of that 100 raiders. I think you get more of a chance from chieftains or like the big barbarians, big raiders, but it's still very, very rare. No problem, Jumper. You enjoy whatever you're getting up to, man. We are doing another fundamental builder's hut. And let's position this similar to how we are with the other one. I think I've sat the wall here wrong. Oh no, have I sat the wall wrong down here? I mean, not that that's really the issue. Oh, well, I hear the raiders. Give me a second. Why are they hitting the walls to get into the colony there? Yeah, hit each other. That'll do. Right, okay, I can't be bothered, guys. Let's get this done with. Is someone behind that? Hello? No? 4 raiders left. Are they inside the colony then? I didn't even see them pass. And the thing is, there's so many red dots on the minimap just now, I can't really differentiate what's an item and what's a nasty. Let's see if we can still fit this in here, because I reckon it's supposed to come to pretty much where the blue is there. And yeah, once again, that is sitting over the wall there. So I don't think I should place any build too close to the quarry here, in case we My god, guys, my train of thought is difficult enough to keep, never mind just coming and doing this. I just don't want to interfere with the quarry, basically. So, I don't think we will put the builder's hut there. Right, enough. Hit each other, by all means, but that's more than enough. And they didn't even give an ancient tome. Okay, let's get back into it then. I'll get rid of that. So what, I've put that one there. Let's pick it up. Right, nothing is going to be placed here with the quarry. The quarry is purely its own separate entity for this. So then that takes us back to here. The Fletcher is another easy build. We just need a string. I have plenty of string. Exactly, Livid, or digging down into you and getting you. All zombies should just knock on the door. It's just good manners. So let's do that. And I think this is only a half chunk build that we'll do here. Fletcher's hut. Yep, this is only a small half chunk build. And I'll keep them all together, then we'll maybe put down some housing as well, because I'm pretty sure they'll start complaining there's not enough housing. Yeah, cool. That's looking good. So this is our wood processing part of the colony. I'll go ahead with that. We will get a guard here. Let's do that right now. Then we'll put in some housing and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. No, that's we're doing a guard tower. Not a corner one, no, we'll do a straight. I think that should just fit because it's a half chunk. I think this idea of now just keeping it up against the wall might work now that I'm positioning these builds in here. So we still have space for another four or five chunks to play with. So we can get a lot more builds in here. That shows you just how big that area is over there, doesn't it? Right, let's go with that. I'm not a big fan of these guard towers, but they're going to work for what we need. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. We will see, basically. Maybe the builder's hut could be repositioned elsewhere, but so far I think that's okay. We'll just get some housing placed down the way there. So let's move to this side then. What I would really like is for them to get more of this decoration done so that I could tidy things up beside it. I have been reminded though that maybe these walls are not correct. Whoops. I mean, that looks okay there. This is a physical thing. And we will need to tie them up like that. No, that looks okay. That looks okay. So I think it's this one here that's out of whack. This is the middle. And that's taken us onto this block there. So that whole structure needs to come one down, I think. Yeah. The bit here, I don't think it should match up. We've gotten to the point with our 7 Days to Die playthrough that we can't do vanilla anymore. It's too easy, it's too boring. Have you guys played the Darkness Falls mod for it? That's the only way that we can play it now. Kind of like hard mode. Much more enjoyable, but damn do you get your ass kicked. Hi Darius, how you doing? Yeah, I know that looks a little bit complicated there, but I believe this snowball here is then going to be correct. What I'll do to save confusion here, because I will get confused because I'm very, very simple, is I'm just going to remove everything there. Right, I don't care about the floor, we can fix that. Now let's get that placed back in on top of it. It gets to the point, though, where you become so OP, though, that it becomes almost easy mode again. But right at the beginning, certainly, that's when all the most fun is to be had. Yeah, nice. Look, this doesn't even interact at all now with that wall. Beforehand, it was kind of coming to like this point here, but now it's literally just brushing up against it. I think that's better. So, constructed. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go to bed. I would like to also consider putting in these metallurgy buildings. So the smeltery, the blacksmith and the mechanic. And I think it is going to be similar principle as to how we've done it down the bottom there with our woodworking area. But here instead, that was a bit laggy, but here instead. So this is going to be pretty much the same story. Then I will get a builder followed by a guard. Then we will put in our metallurgy builds that will maybe go like across this way for us. And before we know it, we will then need another gateway right beside that so that we can expand out into this area. Let's go make up a guard tower, unless I have any more, which I don't believe we do. But we can easily make up one here. If I remember the recipe for how to make a bow. That's it. Okay. Well, I know it comes up to here anyway. The builders have finished off to this point there. So we will put another guards tower just over here. Guard tower Alt 1 is curvy. Yep. Let's do it. And let's get this bad boy set up. Around here. Now it's on this elevation. So one down. Lovely. And that's going to sit flush there. I believe that's in the best position for it. That will also help push back the boundary a little bit that way. You definitely do. You definitely get your ass kicked a lot, but it's good fun. Makes you play the game a bit different. And we'll do another builder's hut then, and that will be 4 builders in total, just in the corner here. And because we've positioned this already, this one should come in nice and tight. Beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. You know what we'll do? We'll even mirror it so that it just faces the other way, and we'll maybe need to reposition it a little bit now. Think, think. Cool. So then we did the sawmill next. I need to be careful of what build we put down here first because, sorry, depending on how big that build is, we need to put in a gate at some point. Also, this boundary here might stop us in our tracks immediately with this. Yeah, I'm just thinking. How far over does the gate need to go? That's pretty much my priority just now. So this is one chunk, 1.5 chunks over. Oops. So that's the half a chunk. That's a half a chunk, this chunk. So the gate actually needs to go here. Of which, that's outside the boundary, isn't it? Yeah, literally. So this one area is where the gate needs to go so that we can expand up into that area. And it's literally outside of our boundary at the moment. So I need to hold off. I'll maybe get them coming out here to build this for us. This whole place is going to be a bloody mess the time it's done. Do I get these builders' huts up and have them then construct it for us? Do we have any spare idiot? No. But I did assign a lot of people guard duties just to get them out of beds so that we had 3 beds up. Maybe I'll take away a guard and get another builder instead. Alvaro O'Hammer. No, that's a perfect guard name. Absolute perfect guard's name. Yes, we are now starting to expand out into a second ring here and even begin to plan a third ring. So this first ring that we're in is still going to be a mix match of combat, education, housing, health, well-being, all of that stuff in the middle of this one. This one here will maybe be a bit more towards the industry side of things. So we'll have all of our woodworking processes, our metallurgy processes, and some stonework processes here as well. We have some room at the side, which we can still put some more builds in, of course. Maybe some more housing, another restaurant, something like that. And then maybe this top ring, animals. Get more farms put up. All of our sheep, cows, etc. Get them up there as well. Then I think that's not too bad of a blend of all the builds we've got. Maybe we'll throw in some... oh, scan tool 2, 1, what? I'm not quite sure what I'm pressing there. Sorry, I've just noticed that's a new thing. Sorry, we've still got mystical builds to put in. Nether miner, graveyard, stuff like that. Maybe that could just go over there as well. Nether miner. I'm still confused as to what a nether miner or a nether mine counts as. See, they've got it here as part of Mystic, but I'm pretty... I would have said that's still more industry. That's still more... It's a mine at the end of the day. Did we ever look at this? It's only a half chunk one anyway. Interesting, yeah. We'll find a home for it. This whole colony is going to end up having some districts to it, but they're not going to be as dedicated as other playthroughs that I've got. They're just going to be kind of mixed and matched in with things here, and I'm absolutely okay with that, to be fair. I'm absolutely fine with that. We'll work it out as we continue on. They are magical mines, but they are still more industry then, aren't they? No one in there. I really should be... Let's go back into survival mode here, because otherwise I'm just going to spend all episode flying about. You guys can take away my spare planks there. And we'll cook some more raw mutton for us. Also need to check up on what these guys are needing. Take that away. I think that was a spare one we had. Yeah, let me go check up on how many guards that we have at the moment. Oh yeah, I can't go this way anymore. Making me go all the way around. Maybe I'll keep that bit at the back here just open as a way for us to come in. So I think this barracks tower is now gone. I can pick that up, yep. We can put another barracks in. I don't mind putting that in every ring, having a dedicated barracks for every ring. But maybe we can do like a half build here, maybe another half build there. Wow, this is 4 half chunks now to see that. 2 full chunks. I will do something with it. Jack-o'-lantern. I will do that in a second. Oh, every time. Okay. So yeah, we've got 4 nights. I mean, that's not really that much whenever we think about it, is it? I've got 1 composter. That's pointless. Let's not have a composter. Let's go move whoever the composter is to be a new builder for us. Henry. Do I want a builder called Henry? Oh, we can upgrade that. That's okay. Right, fire Henry then. The composter's a weird build. It's one that I really don't see the need for. You literally seem to have a composter just so that you can unlock the plantation and the florist. Right, Henry Builder then. So we'll get him building his hut there, and then we'll get the guards tower beside it and start on the outskirts here. And like you said, we need to beef up the housing as well. 100%. No point putting in all these new builds without having housing to get some idiots in for them. Didn't realise my health was so low there. Let's go get a pumpkin then from... Who grows pumpkins? Won't be that farmer. It'll be Casey there. Oh yes, I see pumpkins. You've got carrots. Good. Yes. Yes, there is. This is an alternative house style here, actually. So really the only difference is that there's not a corner part of it. I can show you. Whoops, I'll do a half chunk. That's it there. So it's a fairly big house, to be fair, and it's just got a straight back. Yeah, exactly. Instead of it being a corner unit, it's more of a straight back, so it helps, or they really do need to be kind of placed on the outskirts of it. Oh man, that's... You've genuinely just reminded me. We're talking, like, we've been talking so far about doing the outskirts of this place here. What the hell are we going to put inside of it? Because this quarry is going to be unbelievably big, it's going to eat a little bit away for what could potentially be an inner circle for this bit here. And honestly, if this inner circle then just becomes a little grouping of housing, maybe that's a better way to do that. Maybe the middle part here, so long as it doesn't interfere too much with the quarry, we will just keep it to housing. That could work. Because we've got plenty of room. I completely forgot that we do need something in the middle there technically as well. Like this. Okay. We just need to expand out. That we're now at the part of MineColonies which is frustrating, but it's the best part of it as well, where you need to expand. You just need to keep putting down new builds and you keep needing to expand, but you need to get all of your other builds caught up at the same time to help you with that expansion, and you need to do a bajillion things at the same time just to keep up with yourself. So it gets a bit confusing, a bit stressful, and it's the best part of it, because then straight after you've managed to get all of these builds that can start helping you create parts for other builds and expansions, then the game becomes easy again and you're just back to management, not the planning and getting everything sorted as soon as possible part of it. So we're in the part of the MineColonies that I really, really quite like. The nice, stressful part of it. So we just need to get a jack-o'-lantern and I'll put those away. Who's this for? Marine, you're looking for grey stained glass. Okay.
What is it?
And that's everything then for the stonemason. So we'll get that up and going. That'll be good to get the stonemason up. 100%. Absolutely 100% agree with you. There is something really satisfying about being able to set a build for construction, and before you've even had time to think about it, They've already got half the items in for it. They've already begun building it. Absolutely fantastic. We are looking not too bad, actually. We are going to spend a bit of time helping our builders out at the moment. And I think someone's over here making the big university. Yep, Anderson is. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So I had already done quite a bit of the preparation for this by putting down a lot of grass blocks. No, I did not do this. He's done that. Okay. Well, that's fine. We will come around and tidy up, do a bit of terraforming at another point. So he's doing that. This is a chunky build. There's a few things here that we'll need to get them. Light grey stained glass and white stained glass. Sorry. Let's, whoops. Do I have any white dye? I've got light grey dye. I think I may have cheated in some bone meal, but who cares? So how many is that? You want 18 white stained glass. Yeah, stonemason. Let me make this up quick, otherwise I'll get distracted and forget. There's the 18 of that, and what was the other one? 20 light grey. I don't think we're going to have enough. 16. We need more glass. Sand. You melt down. Could be doing with more of everything here, truth be told. Let's make some planks for fuel. That was a bit too many. Because we've got the Biomes mod on, I've actually found that a lot of the vanilla plants have gone away, like your oxtail daisies and all of that stuff. So we need to kind of make them up by ourselves here at the moment. Your carpets are Fletcher that makes them. If you want them dyed, that would be from the dyer. Your wool items will be from the shepherd, and same scenario, if you want them dyed, that will go to the dyer. I think I can turn coal, yep. Let's do grey dye. Do I do grey dye and then light grey dye? Okay. Is that I'm supposed to make, wasn't it? Well, they've got it anyway. We've got plenty of planks now for fuel here, so there you go. Still don't think that's the best way for it, but it's fine. I can easily turn them back as well. Let's go check on that stonemason. Dyer's Hut is a very, very important build, like end game type thing. You won't ever regret getting a Dyer's Hut up. Also, that scan tool is still on range. So this is a tier 1 stonemason. Again, I would really like to get another idiot in so that we could get a stonemason up. I might move out another guard. Oh no, we never did move out a guard, did we? We moved out the composter. Well, let's upgrade this. Tier 2 anyway. Henry can't do that. How's Henry getting on? I forgot we hired him. He's not even begun working. What's the issue here, son? You've not even begun. Useless. I will go get another resource scroll. Although I think they use that for their build, don't they? So I'll give them that first. Then I'll use it for his hut. Henry's wanting dark oak planks and stripped dark oak wood. I can do that easy enough. I will need to head up and do this. Once we get in a forester, they will then deal with all of our stripped wood nonsense. It's amazing how these blocks are invisible. How many builds do kind of synergize together nicely, isn't it? See, the only thing that I don't like, and it doesn't make too much sense to me, is the fact that your blacksmith makes stone tools and not the stonemason. Because the blacksmith is quite a difficult build to get up. Oops. You know, it's a mid-game build, I would say, to get up versus the stonemason, where all you need is a mine at tier 3. I'm pretty sure your blacksmith needs a smeltery at tier 3 actually. Plenty of that. And they can take all that away. In fact, what I'll do is he will come over for those. Where's my leather just now? Plenty of leather actually. I think it's only 2 parts we need. There we go. That'll be a spare one. Right, you.
I could help you with that.
Take all of these away. Saves you taking them away one at a time. I will give you that resource scroll as well. We will get it out in a second. So Marine has moved on to do a residence for us, a house. And I reckon that this is maybe one at the site. Might even be that one. Yeah, this one here. So she's doing that for us, which will be good because that's yet another house that we're going to get up for more beds. And it doesn't look too difficult, to be fair. We can certainly assist with that. Uni will get there with it. Oh, look, she's even asking for framed cobblestone. Oak planks, cobblestone plain. I'll forget that immediately. Your flower shop does supply the flowers for your dyer, certainly. But you can always teach your dyer to make dyes that aren't just from a flower. So, is it like orange tulips gives you orange dye? Or you could say to him, well, if you have red dye and yellow dye, that's how you make orange dye then anyway. So, you only need a handful of flowers and teach some other colour recipes, and you're grand on that front. Oh, you know what? Bring me over some cobble then, guys. How many? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stacks of it, if you can. Would be much appreciated. Now let's get this part wrong. Plain, oak planks, cobblestone. Yes. Oh, I hope that was it, because I'd made too many.
I'm going to do my best.
Well, take them away. If that's not correct, I'll make more, but that was way too many I made there. At least we'll have those ones for days. I think that's the right ones I made anyway, to be fair. Not really much more that I can assist with. It must have been as well. But yeah, there's not really too much more I can help with here. I just need to get them getting on with it. What I'm going to do is game difficulty? Difficulty. I'm going to fly over here. And we're going to check up on Henry and how he's getting on with this build. Oh, he's made a stellar start on this. I'm very, very happy he's building so quick here. Wait a minute, he's got a job. What? Really? Now that is interesting. I didn't know that. So, I do need to go away to the bathroom, so I will be leaving these in a second. But what's happened here is this builder's hut is technically at tier 0. So it's not even at tier 1 yet. With that, he's not even got up to tier 1. But decorations over here, I'm not sure if he's working on this one. Maybe he's working on the one over here. I think he's working on this one here. Decorations don't then maybe have specific tiers applied to them. So this decoration, I've asked for it to be upgraded essentially to tier 2, but it's not actually a tier 2 build because Henry, being a tier 0 builder, is out here doing that. Now, I wasn't aware that builders could build anything at all until their builder's hut was constructed. Here and construct this. That's quite neat, actually. I like that. I'll come back and do that stuff for them. No, I was not aware of that. That's very, very cool, actually. Well, I'll leave you here. Did I not say game rule? False. And if you give me a second, I will be back. Apologies there. Right. Look how quick he's managing to get this up. Very interesting. I was really not aware that they could build these things without having their hut up. The composter to me is always just to make the composted dirt for builds. Do you guys ever give your farmers the compost that they request? I don't. I always set that off. Maybe I'm missing out on a trick by not doing that. But honestly, I feel as if there's no need for it. Well, I'm going to let Henry get on with that then, and we've got some other things here to do in the meantime. Which is mainly a lot of oak things. Let's grab some new oak whilst we're here. The bees are doing okay. I don't think that bee stuck. Maybe it was. But we've got plenty of honeycomb here now, and if we put some bottles in, we'd get some honey bottles out as well. You know, now that I think about it, maybe I should have just left the trees there and then just stripped them and mined them that way. Is that better than going up in the air and doing this? Because of that mod we have on? So if I do this... Don't know why that reminded me of Tetris. And mine them this way. Oops. Yeah, that might work a bit easier actually. Yes, absolutely. That and leaves, for some reason. My randomizer series has a stupid amount of leaves from trees, which I don't really remember that ever being a thing. It just seems like a kind of semi-redundant build. Like if you didn't really have one, you could work without it, compared to a lot of these other builds. Honestly, see some of these new mods that I've put on. I can't ever foresee myself playing Minecraft now without them. But that's just because I am like super lazy. Now, was it... You wanted logs? Okay, I can get you logs. Absolutely not. You're 100% correct. The florist needs compost in order to make their flowers. Yeah, their magic flowers does need compost. That's why it's important to get up. Absolutely. Right, it was just the one bed, wasn't it? And marine? Oh, for God's sake. Well, here's the request for everything else coming in. She'll get the stripped oak logs. Brown carpet comes from cocoa beans, of which I shouldn't use them. I should grow a jungle tree here very quickly. This whole area is an absolute mess because of me. And let's start growing these a little bit. Does that work? It does. Just do this. And at least that's brown dye sorted for a bit. I will need 2 though, so let's do that again. Grand. Yeah, seeing my Heaven and Hell series, no matter what I do, I always need a ridiculous amount of wheat. It doesn't matter how much wheat I give them. I think it's just all of the builds that ask for it, but they are forever needing wheat. Wheat is the one resource in MineColonies that's all you need. You can make an empire from wheat. You know. Framed cobblestone with dark oak planks, plain again. I might be able to remember. Thank you for bringing all of these over. Plain. Yep. Take those away. 4 glass panes. I have 3. Nope, I have a lot more than 3 now. Lovely stuff. And what I'll do is I'll take these out as you head over. Maybe I'll not if there's nothing there. Yep, there you are.
Work, work.
Take all that away then, chap. And that's everything for... Sorry. I don't know why I'm saying sorry to him. Everything at the moment then for the upgraded university. They did indeed. Still do. So that's everything for the house build, which will be good. Oh, I need to put on daylight time again. We do need new idiots in, so that will only help. And in fact, birch planks and birch stairs. Let's do half on that and another half on planks. Jolly good. 100, 220 dark oak planks. Oh, that's not enough. And 26 cobblestone walls. $24. Grand. What I'll do is I'll move into there. I'll hand deliver the rest.
I can help you with that.
I will go in and I will then try that with Heaven and Hell, because I just know that it's forever wheat they're always requesting. You can never ever get enough of the stuff. Good. No problem, Darius. Everyone is 100% supplied then for the moment, apart from the new builder, which, you know what, we have plenty of leather. Let's just make another resource scroll, and I'll check up on him anyway. He will need that other one once he comes to making his own hut here. But we're looking really good. And we need to get a new idiot in to be our stonemason. Yes, hello Henry. 80% done with that already, then hopefully he will pick that up. It'll be good work experience for him anyway. So yes, this build here, that's good, that's going to come up. And what we will do with this is continue the wall all the way around, just the length of it here. That'll be no issue at all to do. How many would we need? Depends on which way this faces, which I assume will face inwards. Yeah, so one there, another one to take us up to the end of the chunk. Then we will need to turn around, which I'm not sure how we will turn around. That's not a corner. Yeah, that wouldn't work either, would it? Well, maybe this idea won't work. I may need to manually construct that, because we couldn't use this. Not unless I was placeholdered. Or unless I build it, like, right now. Whilst he's making up that hospital. University, sorry. Right, you know what? I might be a cheat here and just do this very quickly. To save hassle later on. Yeah, even that's going to affect it, actually. No, that's not going to work. Yeah, because it would need to kind of sit similar to that, and that really just doesn't work. Is there no alternative? That's just a small wall. Might need to just do this myself. What's an intersection? That's... yeah, that's that. And a moat. Okay. We'll worry about that at another point. If this whole idea doesn't work with us putting a wall around these areas here, I'll rip these down and we'll do something else about it. But I think they're working so far. There was enough anyway for us to get this area set up at least. We are 80% done with that university. This has pretty much just received a roof. I thought we may have given it more upstairs. Maybe that comes at tier 3. Perfect, son. That was just good timing then. Let's recall Henry back to his hut. Do they suggest with the university for it to be inside of your walls compared to what I've done and put them outside? Yeah. It was an interesting idea, I've got to admit. And I still like the idea of doing it. I might need to just be a bit more creative with how I do it. We'll work something out. We'll work something out with it. Oh, no, he's moved on to do another greenhouse. He's upgrading that one over there now. I mean, that was easy enough. I'll see what our delivery system gets for him. Oh, it's not that house there. Oh, it's this house over here she's upgrading. Okay. Well, Ichi Pichi. It's coming up absolutely nicely here as well, to be fair. I'll need to spend some more time fixing the decoration in between builds as well at some point. This area over here is looking very, very dull in comparison. He is getting a delivery of everything that he's going to need to upgrade that to tier 2. I'm happy to let him go on with it then. Hopefully there's nothing more that will stop him from upgrading his own hut. Oh wow. Okay, that's a lot on the list. We've got a lot to do here, chaps. But it's nice already seeing the request list and that knowing that I don't need to do anything for it. I'll be too late for her to pick up another job. But well, if I recall you, will that be enough time? No, okay, so she will pick up another job in the morning. I'm going to let them go to bed just now. With that house getting up, that's another bed. 15 of 18, so it would be nice if we could get in another kid into the colony. What do these need to be upgraded to tier... That's quite hidden, isn't it? Tier 2. It looks simple enough. White paper extra framed thin walls are the only difficulty there. Let's upgrade it. And she's got the home right there. Good. Oh, wait, Cassidy. She's our doctor. She should be across the way. She's got a bit of a run. Just a waiting game, isn't it? Hugh might need some oak stairs here. I'm okay with that. Marine has picked up his builder's hut. Yeah, I just put that to the top of the list. Of course you would have. Okay. I really would have preferred him doing that there, but as long as someone does it, I'm not going to complain too much. Let's come around and see if I can get rid of a guard. And move them into the stone mason position so we can start teaching it some recipes. Yeah, I'll leave you, pal. Okay, I've got 4 guards in the colony. Where are they? We have 1 in the barracks. I'm not sure if I checked this one here. Yep, 2 Alvaro O'Hammer. Oh, we've got the mine, don't we? Yeah, Crystal's here. Look how much health she's got. do we have a second guard up here then? Crystal. Yes, we do. We have Rome. No, let's fire Rome then. There he's there. Let's get Rome going next door then. And he can be our stone mason. That sounds okay. Dark oak stairs. Let's go quickly fulfill that for them. That'll do. Oh, did I only get 2 saplings back for that? That's disappointing. That's a bit better. And that was stairs, wasn't it? 13 dark oak stairs. Easy enough. And I'll just hand deliver these to the warehouse. I am tempted to maybe hire some more idiots. 7 emeralds is very cheap actually. I'll definitely go get him. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go get him. And there's another one in. And he can be for whatever we need. So long as we're not going to have any more housing issues. Which I don't see us having here. Oops. 18.
I could help you with that.
Kian took our resources and ran off. Okay. Oh, I wish he would stick around. Really? Scammed. Absolutely scammed. That's what I get. Awful, 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 man. Feels bad, man. My emeralds. My hard-earned emeralds. 170 oak planks. Oak planks, dark oak planks, sorry. Dark oak planks for days. That will be the second greenhouse. The builder's hut should be very quick, to be fair. Let's go assist her with clearing it out. That was awful, getting our emeralds stolen there, man. Not good. We'll need to get some more couriers in as well at some point, so we'll also stick some couriers over into this area here. I don't know how far down this is going to go. I'll do one more layer. And if there's anything wrong, Mariah, or Marine, you can fix this for us. Okay, nope, you were on the right level. I've cocked up.
Good day to you.
Oh, boo. Okay, game, please stop lagging as well. That's not helping much. No, stop. Oh, is that you putting him down? Okay, that's alright. I thought that was me. Awesome, let's grab a few more from here then. Fill all that out. Not that I think it's going to matter too much here, but I know we're going to need a lot to cover over that area there. That's going to be a nightmare, man. Well, that must have been another courier's hut up to tier 2 for us, which will be nice. I need dirt. Yes, yes, pal. You deliver those things there. And I will finish up here. I get the feeling that we're going to get a lot of nasty spawning down from there. So we'll just lug that up a little bit, I think. Keep it all nice and flat here, and I think we're good. Oops. Beautiful, right. I think we're right. Dark oak fences. I swear she had everything. Oh no, it was him, wasn't it? He had everything coming in. Whenever we get the sawmill up, that'll save me having to do this. Not that it's a massive chore, but whenever it stops them from working, it just becomes a bit more irritating. And I really wish I could get the sawmill little block as we have as a crafting on a on a stick type thing. Put that on a stick to help us. 5 oak fences. You've got plenty then. Because it would certainly save me coming back to that block so often. Jolly good. Everything for the builder's hut. 80% still for the university. That's taking a while. Hi Green, how you doing? And the greenhouse is looking not too bad at all. I know I was going to let it go tonight to get new villagers in, but we'll do that instead. Speed this up a bit. I'll be good. Especially with 1.18 onwards, or 1.17 I think, whenever they introduced the Architect's Cutter, recipes became very, very complicated. In 1.16, see your wheat extra shingles? They used to be, the recipe for them used to be like this. That used to be it. You would just simply do a recipe like that, whereas now you need to make the wheat extra blocks, and then you need to get the right type of wood alongside the right type of frame and an architect's cutter. It became so much more complicated, but with the stone mason and the sawmill being able to be taught the architect's cutter recipes to learn all of those things, they really have saved a headache. Just getting to them is the only main headache. But we are making good headway here. I have placed this the right way, haven't I? Please put a stone wall about here or something to tell me I've done this right. I think I have. I don't know if this build, whenever it's up, will push back that boundary, but I really need this chunk here. In fact, I need all of these chunks to start coming under our control. You know, for a tier 3 builder, she's really taking a long time here. I would help, but every time I do try help, something breaks. He's collecting items. He seems to be taking forever down there as well. And this university is really not moving much, is it? Has he locked himself out? Is that the issue? No, he is still building here. No, I think he's maybe locked himself out. Obviously, the way this whole build is entirely, it's supposed to be self-enclosed. Hold on, if you've locked yourself out, you muppet. Right, look, there's a way in for you. I'll fix that in a second. I could do that to speed the process up here. It's just one of those things. I don't really like doing that sort of stuff. It's easier whenever they level up just by getting on with things. But it's definitely a viable option, certainly. I really wish you could make them more intelligent so that they don't lock themselves out like that. This build is more for future-proofing. It's not really going to have much of a function for quite some time. It's purely just so we can rip that one down eventually. I still get the feeling that we might need to upgrade this to tier 2 and even tier 3 so we can get the benefits of it. We're looking good. We're looking absolutely grand. And I have placed this down correct. Good. Then I need another idiot in so that we can get yet another builder down the bottom here. Take a good look at this place now, because in a few episodes time, whenever we do some more of these live streams, this area is going to look nothing at all like this. It's going to be so very, very drastically different. In a good way. Very, very busy. I'm trying to see, so we've got 1 chunk, 2 chunk, 3 chunk, then a half chunk. So we'll have 1 chunk, 2 chunk, 3 chunk. So this part here, starting in this chunk here, probably all the way around, is where the inner circle for this area is going to go. So we're going to still have a solid chunk for a pathway in between here as well. Which the more I look at this, yeah, we'll definitely be able to put down some tree farms or something in this area. I don't see that being an issue. Or we could even have a wall maybe heading out, a gate heading out, with the tree farms behind it. Not sure about that, but that is a possibility because I still want this whole colony, what's the word, enclosed. There's literally one entrance and one exit, and that's from the barracks down the front here. And maybe this mess that I'm making here at the moment. We'll play around with this. We'll see how we do with that. I'll play with that offline so that you don't see me screwing up too much. I don't know what he's going to pick up next once he's done this. I don't think we have any other decoration. I think that's maybe it. Play with it on stream so we can make an absolute arse of it. It will end up being an absolute bloody mess, that I can assure you. I mean, what I'm thinking for it is, let me may as well do something here whilst they're building. Builder's hut is tier 1. Excellent. I'll see what she picks up next. Diamond block, okay. Do that there. So I'm going to have this wall here, corner 4. I'm just going to set that on top of the block just now. That'll do. So that's how it's going to end up looking. Let's paste this in as a schematic. And basically that just means that we will have the placeholder block here. This is now a physical item for us. We can jump up on it and interact with it. And what I would need to do is, see, there's a placeholder block down there. Let me get rid of the blueprint there. So I'm getting rid of all of that. Get rid of all the dirt. And we will put these along. Let's do the scan tool for this. Why not? To... I don't know, there just now? Yeah, that's not really got it all. But okay, we'll do that. So show resources. Let's replace the air with placeholder block. Okay, and we'll do the same here too. Welcome back, Jumper. Replace with a placeholder block. Right. So that means now that will not eat away, well, the bottom part here won't eat away at the university down there. This part will still, however. So as fancy as it is, we can't do this. I need to get rid of this part here. So this is going to end up looking really awful. I need to get rid of it all. In hindsight, that's probably what I should have done to begin with there. So that's the only way I can think about doing that. To be able to fit it in the corner there. What did we do about this? Did I just take these bars and just do that with them? How does this work? There's nothing in that room. They come up the stairs from down here. How did they even get to this point now? This is really the whole point. It's just this track here. This is all I want. So that's looking good. That takes you out and you will literally be looking at a wall. So I suppose if they want a nice image of a wall, they can go with it. I did see that greenhouse flag off there. Okay, let's do a little bit of something here then. I mean, do I just then do that? It's so pointless because it's not going to be used. How did they even get to here? Now that I think about it, I don't think they're going to get upstairs. Yeah, because there will be a solid wall here in front. You won't get there. So upstairs is not going to be used. Not unless we do a ladder there. Henry's moved on to the medium quarry. Oh no, he's tier 1 builder now, of course he can. Oh, they can still... Oh, I didn't realise that was here. Okay, well, our idiots can still go out there and do that. And by all means, I suppose they can come down into the middle here, and if they wanted to come back up onto this side, or go around the back of it. Right, let's take a hole here too. Wait, there's no way up from this end. How? Why is there a bit here? You know what? This is going to be my crappy schematic, so we'll get rid of that. Right. So, yep, they come out facing into a wall. They can go upstairs from there, of which there's nothing to do. Nothing to do there either. Then they can come up here onto this ledge or continue onto this one, of which they'll get a nice view of the side. This will take you throughout the rest of it. This middle part here, let's just once again do like that, because I'm very, very creative. Cool. There you go. Oops. Come on. Job done, methinks. How does this work? Is this every second one? Yes. There we are. So let's get rid of that. And what I'll do as well here is I'll go from there up to... I need to get rid of all these parts. Let's do that to there. Okay. And we'll replace with placeholder blocks. Right. That seems stupidly overkill, but that's okay to me. Let's grab that. And we will call this, I don't know, RC wall, okay? So we've saved as rcwall.blueprint. Now let's get the schematic of that back up. I'll leave it. I'll leave it just now. So we're going back into full-blown cheat mode here. And this is in my pack just now. That's okay. We'll go back to Fortress. A wall. I could save this inside this pack, by the way, but it's easier just as my own schematic for the moment. Right, we're just going to paste these walls in here and we'll finish this up. We'll finish it up here. Ahoy from DC, ahoy from Scotland. Oops. There we are. Beautiful. So let's go with that. Construct it. Now let's get into, is that becoming night already? Let's go to my pack here. And we only have the one scan. We have our RC wall. Let's have a look at it. Plug that in there. We can tidy that up because it probably needs it. Now, because of all the placeholder blocks there, that should not interfere. I think we're going to have a little bit of a gap at the back. Which is okay. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So let's build that. And there it's done and in. And because of those placeholder blocks there, it's not going to affect anything. In fact, now that it is a physical item, let's go back to Fortress. I'm just going to get up a half chunk just now so we can see the wall in front. So literally that's the view from here. Whoops. They'll be coming up onto this top floor and that's all they'll be seeing is the back end of the wall. But they will be able to kind of go all the way around the university here. So I suppose I've got that bit of a view. It's turning out not too bad actually. Compared to something like I'm doing with it, it's certainly not coming out too bad. Now, I may as well just keep cheating here with this, man. And I'm doing a good job at cheating today, so let's continue on. What I'm going to do with that scan up here is, now that we don't need it, is I can get rid of this because I'm happy with that. Schematic. Done and done, all gone. So I think we can get in another wall here, another half wall. Yes, we're in the right pack. Oops. I'll get snipers on the wall for them. Back into class. Now I've got an idea, which is a dangerous thing. That's never ever a good to hear whenever I say that. That's there, and I think that's was not quite halfway. So that there might be affected a bit. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to come around here and do it. Turn that around. I know this is just like completely cheating in so much stone bricks here, but honestly, if you guys don't care, I certainly don't care. Right, so then we need our RC wall to go on the side. And we'll turn that this way. I'll also turn placeholder blocks off just now so that it's a bit easier for us to see. Hey, university is complete. I'll let them pick up another work order whilst we finish this. I think that's okay. Yep, I did think there was going to be a little bit of a gap there. That's alright though, we will correct that. Not entirely sure how we will correct it. The only thing I can maybe think about doing, back into Fortress. Just have lots of rails around the place. If you're doing Fortress style like this, have your outer ring, have an inner ring as well. You can even have them as a subway throughout your city, or pathways with them as well. Just go absolutely ham with them because everyone will use your rails. Everyone will. Right, that's messy, but that's okay. I'll go with it. And we can maybe quickly tidy it up. So that's a stair there. Let's get placeholder fix. Oh, fix that. Beautiful, man. That looks okay. So there's actually a little bit of a gap here at the back that maybe we could do something very small with. With it? I don't know. We'll fix all of that. That's no issue. That's looking good. I would just experiment with your rails, honestly. I would really just experiment with them. Up and down the place. It's fun watching them all be underground if you have a subway system for it. That's not right, by the way. What we'll do is I'll grab this corner here. And this is going to eat into my sugarcane a bit, which is unfortunate. We'll deal with sugarcane at another point. We'll do it to there. So we'll do... remove sugarcane, remove the tall grass, remove normal grass, and any air that's there, replace with dirt. In fact, let's also replace the water with dirt. No, we could do sand, couldn't we? Maybe sand? And then we could just, you know, like fill out like that type thing so it looks as if it's fine. Never really good at terraforming, so that's is kind of as good as I'm getting with this. Just to make it look a little bitish better. Yeah, still looks pretty horrible that, but hey ho. In case of a zombie outbreak. That sounds actually not a bad idea. I've always wanted to play with a kind of zombie mod on this. Okay, so now as for the idea that I had, might not matter too much, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this. No, I'm going to grab the university, not the brown carpet. Let me get rid of all this garbage in here just now. I'm pretty sure our citizens will be requesting things. Hay bale and... you know what? Give me a second. They want a pickaxe and a hay bale. There's a couple of pickaxes and 2, 3, 4 hay bales. I think that's enough. What are they even working on? Medium quarry, farm, and Anderson is doing house. Cool. Gum fit. Also, I've got too much dirt. Take all that away. So let me go back up here, and I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we'll see. So we'll do the set block again. Then we'll get that university put in. Alt 1, I think. Tier 5. Okay. Perfect. So, yeah, just... This might flag off an achievement, which would be sad, but it's worth it. Here, maybe. Oh, big lag, big lag. It is loading in. I'm just not wanting to move too much because I don't think the game is very happy with that. Yep. Okay. So that's done. So now let's grab there. Up to there. And I don't know, let's call this glassy wall. Now, can I then come down here? And can we put it here? So where, if I push this back until we get the blueprint up there, what I can do is come down onto this. It's so weird looking through the glass and like seeing the old, like what's actually there, but then you just dip down a bit and you see the preview of the other build, like funky mirrors. So I need this to align. Up, over, right, okay, that's aligning. So now if I pull this towards me, and back one, right, I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. Construct. And we really need rid of that there then. So we've got the glass work here. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, I mean, this is just an open space. What does it matter? Just an open railway here, eh? And we can always put something in here. Should we really wish? So whenever the university is up, that down. The university's up, and we can see through to the other kind of glasswork through it there as well, so that we're not really missing out on the glasswork that's there. The university, irradiates can come through on the rails, it's there, and they can also see there. Not too well, can I see? To be fair, not too well here either. But that kind of idea. I like that, to be fair. Let's finish off then with our rails around the place. Hello, Zatanu. Got rid of the decoration controllers. I wonder if we'll need some powered rails. Oh. Now, I think this comes through like this. Basically, everything that's here just now was kind of creatively put in. So it doesn't really sit right. Does that... So they could come out here and still I mean, it's tight, but they could still get behind here, should they really wish. Well, maybe just put in flowers or something at the back. But yeah, they still get access to the back of the university here. Let's continue those rails. And through here. Yeah, beautiful, man. Beautiful. That's it. That was my vision for that, just so that they had some rails that went all the way around it. Now that is stupidly complicated what we've had to do there, and probably not the best looking if I'm honest with you, but they're still able to do it. They don't need powered rails. I've never really used rails if I'm being quite honest with you. We can maybe add some of them if they do need powered rails, but if they can use normal rails, I'm happy with that. Yeah, a little bit of terraforming around the sides here probably won't hurt. Just get some grass blocks down the way. It's looking okay, by the way. I'm quite happy with that. That's always been the vision for that, with the university then being up at tier 5. Awesome, man. How neat does that look at the back with even the glass just like that? Problem is, well, one, I need to get rid of this beast. What's that? Black wool. Oh, I didn't put this in as a schematic, did I? Well, I don't need that. Oh, damn. Is that my first diamond block recipe? Not that it matters. Right, let's get rid of all of it then. Oh my god, man. How that build is going to be a monster to make. That bar isn't even moving. Holy crap, how much has went into that? Wow. Oh no. That's going to be a lot of items if our idiots pick those up. What are they going to collect from that? Whoops. Carpets, signs, lanterns, doors. Oh, that's going to be dreadful if they all take those. I really hope they don't. Soul lanterns. Oh well, if our villagers get them, they get them. Welcome back, Livid. We've just been making an arse of everything as per usual. Is there a command to get rid of, like, items that just spawn on the floor? Yeah, we need to do the same over here. Problem is I don't think this has nice glassware at the back of it, so it might just need to be normal. This is the university, sorry, the hospital at tier 5. Very, very similar principle. Oh, it does have a kind of glass wall behind it as well. Yeah. Well, our thing across the way could work for it. We would just need to take our time again with it. Something really nice about this now, isn't there? Like, I think this area would look nice almost without a building in the middle of it. With just some form of park or decoration. You know? I know, if only there was something I could have done about it, but there's not. I'll just need to leave all those items to despawn in there. unless someone picks them up, which will be dreadful. I'll go to sleep here. I'm happy, though I think we've done not too bad with this one. So what have we really managed to accomplish here today? We've started the second big circle with our wood processing area. We've got a new builder up to help us move on to start claiming some of this area here for our metallurgy, and eventually another ring for agriculture. Sounds okay? Hospital and the university are now up, and the university has the design, the railway design around it that I've always kind of wanted. Now that it's kind of like that, we could maybe do the same on the opposite side, but not creative it in, because we kind of know what we're doing with it. We'll see. I like cheating in this, so might just do that again with it. And we're slowly getting on with the rest of our builds around here. A lot of new tier 2 ones. And then it'll be on to tier 3 and going forward from that. So he needs a white bed, and he's moved on to do the medium quarry, which is going to take a little while, especially with a stone pickaxe. Yeah, plenty more for us still to do here, so we'll pick this up at another point, I think, then, and we'll call it here for today, methinks. Especially because someone is going to come around and grab up all of those items, which would still be an absolute shame. But yep, thank you very much for watching today, guys. I really do appreciate you being here in chat, goofing around with us with all of this sort of stuff. Really enjoying this playthrough so far, and I can only see it getting so much worse as we continue on with it. There is going to be another 2 videos, another 2 MineColony videos out on the channel later this week. I believe there's going to be no, I think there's 2 randomizers. If I check the schedule, there's a tier 2 farmer for us. I think there's another 2 randomizers coming this week. So be sure to check them out whenever they do come out. There's already a randomizer and a Heaven and Hell if you haven't caught up with them already on the channel just now. But thank you very much again for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now, everyone. Bye bye.